Okay, so today we're going to look at the entire life cycle of a RFI from creation to then closing it out. As a reminder, the purpose of an RFI is to request additional information or to discuss a concern or a question. So in order to create an RFI, you have to first go to the project page. You'll know that it's the project page because it'll say project up here and it'll have the name of the project along with this landing screen. All RFIs must be created off of an existing activity. The available activities upon which to create an RFI are listed in the schedule. Never create an RFI that is not directly linked to an activity. Otherwise, this will impact our ability to mark the project as completed once we get to the end. Just a little note there. So for an example, I'm going to create an RFI on the project initiation date. So I'm going to click on the activity here. It's going to open up a new screen and it'll bring us to the activity project initiation date. And then I'm going to go here to the RFI tab associated with this activity and create a new one. This will open up the RFI card, new RFI, confirming that it's on the project initiation date activity. It is already linked to the project, so you don't have to worry about that. It'll just be saved to that specific project. Originated date is always going to be the date that you created the RFI. And your requested response by indicates when you would like the person to answer your question or to have the issue resolved, depending on what it is you're working towards. So I'm going to get back to this once I have determined what's going on in our description. The status is open. There's two statuses for every RFI, open and closed. So when you first create it, it's open. And when everything is done with the RFI, you'll come in and you'll manually change it to closed, and therefore it'll no longer be tracked as an active RFI. And then you'll also assign it to someone, depends on who you are directing the question or the request to. I'm just going to direct this to myself. In the description, we'll say, Paige, please confirm project initiation date. Maybe I'm not sure that this is correct. I can also say, please enter in to the feasibility report. So, if I have an action associated with it, and I'm going to ask myself to finish this by tomorrow. I'm going to save that. And then it'll get, I'll get an email, and then it shows up right here in the activity. So I'm going to exit out of this location actually and show you that once you go back to the project's RFI tab will have all RFIs associated with this project listed there. Now the one I just created doesn't show up because I haven't refreshed the page. I'm going to do that. You always have to give the pages time to refresh to update changes. And my internet is slow. We're going to go to the RFI tab, and there's the RFI I just created. So if I have an RFI emailed to me, I can either click the link provided in the email to follow into SiteTracker to find that RFI, or I can come into the project itself and click on the RFI. So I have received this directive from myself. I'm going to come into the RFI to explain. If I have additional questions regarding the task, I'll put them in the RFI comments down here. Maybe I am unclear as to what the ask is, or I need additional information from the assigner. In this case, I'm pretty clear, and I've already done the task. So my proposed solution is going to be the end part of the RFI. When we've all closed out discussion, and it'll just be a confirmation here. Confirmed date in schedule is correct, entered into feasibility report. That way we can clearly see like what the ask was or the issue and how it was resolved. Even if it's just noting I did this, it's important to keep that there for a reference later if there's ever any question. So now that I've completed this and there's nothing more to do, I'm going to close the RFI here, save, go back to my project page, refresh. And you'll see that it's no longer listed on the RFI tab here. However, if you want to review past completed RFIs as reference for how a decision was reached for a project, you can always go and look up all of the closed RFIs. You'll come up here to the top where the RFIs overall tab is, which stores all RFIs for all projects. And you'll see right here at the top, the most recent one was for the one we just completed. Status is closed. You can always sort for closed or open RFIs. You can always sort for those assigned to you or to others, or you can sort by project name. And that is RFIs. We are all done.